To change your life, restore yourself. This is part one. I'm Brian Withers, empowerment coach, trainer, and author. Well, I could have entitled this To Change Your Life, Restore Your Vibration, but as you'll see from this multi-part series, your vibration really is dependent on being in alignment with yourself. And that is something that we typically are not because of what happens to us when we grow up. We get pulled out of alignment. And without that alignment, it really makes it a challenge to have the things that we want manifest, to allow them. And that's why we get into people trying to manifest, trying to use the law of attraction. And they're trying to override that misalignment that we have in ourselves. And so we want to really get away from that and get our alignment back. And then the whole thing is just going to flow. I often say manifestation is the byproduct of living a positive focused mind. And of course, to live that positive focused mind, you really got to know yourself and be in alignment, because that's what really helps you to know what life is all about. And then you can enjoy life as you came to live it. And I want to show you I'm going to work up to this image, but I'm going to go here quickly because I want to show you what we're working on here. You see, this we're like this. We're inside the shell is what happens as we grow up, and this is another way to depict it. It's like we got this casing around us. We're inside of a shell, and we're just layered up with faulty beliefs. And so our perception of life is through those faulty beliefs. Our perception of ourself is through those faulty beliefs. And so much of it is out of alignment. It's just low vibration. And no matter how hard we work or how hard you try to use techniques and all these things, it just, again, maybe you get a little bit change for temporary, but it's always going to come back to the vibration of how you feel about yourself. That's really what it gets down to. So we really want to get back into alignment with who we really are. So that's what this series is about. And I think you'll find it very, very helpful. And the more I see the comments in the group, the more that it tells me that there's so much of this going on. And again, we want to stop thinking about manifestations and work only on our alignment, which will get us back in that place of positive focus, feeling good, and then the manifestations will come along. We see that in the 7 stages. The 7 stages of manifestation change or life change, it's all about really coming back into alignment with yourself. And you notice that's what it's about as you go through the stages. And in my last video, I gave an example of a real life example of how a person was thinking about things. And they were thinking they were in stage 4. They were clearly in stage 3, but they wanted to be in stage 7. And that really is what's happening to a lot of humanity. We're getting wind of this law of attraction, energy, manifestation, all that kind of thing. And we're thinking we can go use the energy to get the manifestations. And that's really, many are finding that just doesn't work. It's the 7 stages. If you work through those, you will align your energy and those manifestations will come automatically. That's really what all my information is all about, and helping people to get that alignment so life flows as it naturally is meant to flow. So let me go back to the first slide. So contrast, as I talk about pretty much in every slide, and expansion, that's natural stuff. So when you experience something unwanted, could be something to do with your home situation, job, business, health, relationships, family, yourself, material wealth, could be to do with any of that. Anytime it's unwanted, instantly, at the same time, the expansion is created. So as soon as you come upon something that you don't like, or you want more of it, or you want it different, your inner being's right on it. Doesn't ask you any questions, no conditions, nothing, except you want it, you got it. That's it. It's done vibrationally first, and then as you're positively focused, you do the receiving. So you can see how being in alignment with yourself relates to all of this, because it really does require to to achieve a positive focus at the level to receive the things that you want really does take self-alignment. And if we had self-alignment, we would handle it like this. We would handle contrast like this. This is the natural way. We wouldn't be upset at all. It doesn't matter what the contrast is. You could tell me any story you want to tell me about your life and what's going on, and you can feel like this about it. If you really know who you are and how this life works, you know that you can stay here. And that's not what we do. I'm going to go into a slide about what we do, but what I want to impress upon you here is this is what we're aiming for. We're aiming to get back to our natural self so that when natural contrast happens, this is our natural response to it. This has not been our natural response. We have got an automatic response that's not serving us well at all. But when we respond like this, so when we understand how life works from this creative process perspective, when we know contrast, we say things like, oh, I did that. It's fine. It's just showing me what I got going on for beliefs and the story I'm telling myself. No big deal. All is good. I accept it as vibrational feedback. Thank you. I will change my story. I will get refocused on how all of this is serving me. You see, just calm, peaceful, relaxed, knowing everything's on track. Nothing's gone wrong. No big deal. And it really doesn't matter. I know you may have stories and you say, but Brian, look at the situation I'm in. And I'm telling you, if you will approach it like this and stay calm in your situation and tell a new story, that you will find yourself moving out of that situation in, like it'll seem like magical ways. Because when you're calm, your inner being has got everything set up for you to receive, and in the calmness, you can start to receive it. It will pull you right out of that situation into the expansion that it caused to ask for. So you say things like, I know as I have an experience I don't like, I'm aware of what I do like, my inner being is too, and sets up that expanded reality and the path. So again, when you know this, then you're feeling good about you're feeling good about life, you're optimistic, you're calm, you're at ease, worthy, abundant, feeling joyful, happiness, free. You're satisfied where you are, and you're eager for what's coming. And you're satisfied where you are because you know what's coming. And you can be eager about it because you know it's coming. You know it's on the way. Right now it's on the way. You see, when you know this about yourself and you know this about life, you know the creative process, all the negative emotion goes away, because all the negative emotions are related to thoughts that you're thinking that don't agree with this. See, they all agree with the faulty beliefs, tell you why you can't have something, why you're not good enough to have it, why you got to get people to act differently so you can have what you want. All these silly things, they don't seem silly to us because we grew up with them and they seem real to us, but in the big picture of this universe and how life works, they are really very silly, and you get to realize that as you go along and you learn more about this. So instead of the natural way, here's the way we react to contrast. We don't respond as I just indicated. We react in these ways, and emotions come like worry or anger or blame, feel unworthy, powerless, depressed, lost, impatient. There's many more, but I just wanted to give you a sample. And why do we do it? Why do we jump into this and think things like, why am I such a failure in relationships, jobs, business, material wealth? Why don't they treat me the way I want? Why are they on my back? Why can't I do anything right? I'm so ashamed of myself. This is going to be bad. This is going to be hard. Who's going to help me? I'm all alone. Why can't I get this? I should be doing more. I should be working harder. You see the extreme difference between this slide and what's being said in this slide? It's night and day. It's 180 degrees opposite direction. We were not taught this we were taught this, not formally, but we observed it growing up. We observed it when we were this, and then it was being absorbed into our consciousness and our subconscious beliefs, and that's the way we grew up. And we mimicked that same thing, generation after generation after generation. I mean, we come in, we want to be the creator of our reality. We want to do what we want to do. We want to have what we want to have. That never goes away. It's always in us. And that's why there's such a torment within us when we live with faulty beliefs, because within us we know there's a call. Even if we can't identify it, we just know we're not at ease. And this is where addictions and different behaviors come from, that we don't know how to find relief. We don't know how to get the join. We don't know how to see through the faulty beliefs. We don't know what's going on and how to see through them and pull ourselves back out from underneath all of those faulty beliefs. As I said in this, so this is what happens to us. And in that, we don't know how to deal with it. We don't know what's going on, so we look for the relief the best way we can. We look for some feel-good the best way we can. And that's where all those addictive behaviors come from, the things that people write about in the comments and I deal with in my personal coaching calls. I see it all. And last video or 2 videos ago, I talked about that and the gap and how we do things, the behaviors that we get into as a way to cope with this situation, right? So we get told things as we're growing up. You got to put others before yourself. You please others, and you serve others and forget about yourself. It's kind of like that. Now, we do serve others. There's something natural here. We do come to serve others, but not in forgetting about ourselves. We express ourselves the way we want to with our gifts and talents and our passions, and in that we serve others. But we do not serve others at the expense of ourselves. Never. That is never supposed to happen. You do it the way you want to do it, and when you do, you can be guaranteed you will be serving others. It's a natural thing that happens, but we do not put others before ourselves and make ourselves less than anybody for anything. We are all equally powerful creators of our reality, and that's the way we want to start living. We're told other things. You got to make sure you have money, or you will be nothing without money. What makes the world go round? Money. That's a faulty belief. Money, so many faulty beliefs. You got to compete with others to be better. Always looking out there. Always, how can I get better than somebody else? How can I get ahead of somebody else so I can get what I want? And it's like there's one pie, and we got to somehow divide it all up. But it's not like that. There's just infinite pies. You can have whatever pie you want. You got to work hard if you're going to get anywhere in this world. That's another faulty belief. So we get fed that stuff into our consciousness. We're aware of it, we observe it, we take it in, we start believing it, and then we start living it, like I said, generation after generation. We're not getting the true stuff, nothing about your being yourself and who you are and how life works. That's what this is all about, what I'm doing. My intention here is to restore you to your true self so that this crusty layer comes off and you start to feel free and you start to feel yourself and you start to know your value and your worth and your importance, and that you have gifts and talents and you came to express them, and you have passions and you want to live them. And when you do, that's all high vibration and life naturally flows for you. And then you come out of these layers and you come into yourself. You're fully outside of yourself. You're more like over in this first slide over here. You're this. You come back into this. You're out in the light again. It's like we live in the dark underneath those faulty beliefs, and we do know it's within us. We know it's better, but it's without knowing how to get out of it. We sort of live in there until you get information like this, and you start cracking through it, and you start shedding those layers one by one, day by day, thought by thought. And then you come back into your own. You grow your wings, so to speak. You get to fly, and you get to do it in your way. And we all came for that. So that's part one of this series. And the coming parts will talk about restoring. So that's where we are, and that's why we have to do the restoring. And in the restoring, of course, our vibration will be higher because our thoughts are going to be completely different about ourselves, about life, and how we approach life. So in the restoration of ourself, we're restoring our high vibration and our high vibration life. So that's the video for today. Thanks for listening in. If you have any comments, leave them on the post, and have yourself a great day.